Corey would like to nominate RC with you.
Is that my envelope?
Yeah, need a second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great.
As a general rule, it appeared to me on these next two, and I could be wrong, but it looked like we named one person, Jeff Blanchard, for two roles, so that we had
Yes.
secretary and treasurer, so how do we want to do that? Same thing with the assistant and the assistant, so how do we propose to do that going forward?
Yep, so, need a nomination for secretary and treasurer.
Primary responsibilities for that role is to sign checks whenever Brian is not here, along with me, so that, obviously there's not a secretarial role.
It's you right now, isn't it?
It's Jeff,
It's Jeff?
It was just.
Okay, so it's been vacated by Jeff.
yeah.
It's pretty simple role, right, Jeff?
I don't remember signing the check.
That's because we go to Brian first. So usually we go to me and then Brian, and then, that's how it goes. So.
And I've got so much free time.
We'll start going to this next person more.
No, it's just easy because I'm at the bank, so most of the time it's, anybody interested?
Everybody jumping.
Well, I don't want to be the do nothing person on this committee, so I can start.
Great. I need a motion to
Yeah,
nominate Mike Gordon.
Nominate Mike Corey as secretary and treasurer.
All right, need a second?
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Assistant secretary, assistant treasurer, if the previous role didn't have many responsibilities, this one has a few less. So if you get anybody that would like to volunteer for it, it should be fairly easy.
Martha, good one?
Sure.
Okay. Need a motion to nominate Martha?
Nominate Martha Ryan, assistant secretary, assistant treasurer.
Okay, need a second?
I'll second that. Corey seconds.
Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor? All those opposed? Carried unanimously. Perfect. All right. Moving on to resolution number 2.
So now hold on for a second.
Yep.
Do we not have to make a motion to approve, or we
You
can make a motion to approve all these positions, right? It's on this first
Oh, yeah,
resolution,
yeah,
right? So we
yeah,
make a
sorry.
resolution to approve all the positions that we just voted on, seconded, so on and so forth.
Yeah, need a motion to approve the slate of officers.
So move.
Need a second?
Second.
So that's seconded by Mike, Pete, and RC.
Seconded by Taylor.
Okay.
Motion by Mike.
Well, I can move because I'm one of the person.
That's right, so that's right, you're on the board, so somebody else,
I will make a motion.
thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
seconded by Pete. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed?
No abstentions, we're good. Thank you. That means we gotta get the new secretary's signature on this one. Okay, so,
I will get them all
I got
typed
you.
up and
Thank
have
you.
them for next month.
All right, now we've got to name the governance committees, the audit and finance committee and the governance committee. We need 3 volunteers for each of those. Again, these are relatively easy positions, to be honest with you. When we get audited, if we have a question, Kathy Jo meets, I don't know that the finance committee actually meets outside of our regular meetings here. So these are pretty easy positions. It's when there's a question, when there's some kind of a problem, when we have something that we need to follow up on, we pull people together again. If we wanted to change our bylaws, I don't think either of these committees met all year,
They generally meet once a year.
once a year. We
Yeah.
did not, but I mean, if we,
Yeah.
and that's because I probably didn't know better to get us all together. So there's not a lot, this is a situation where we sit down and we look at it and say, is there anything that we want to change? Is there any practices that we want to do differently? Is there any, there's a general accounting practice, by the way, which has changed. You're going to see that in your finances. We're going to have to restate our earnings for last year because there's a change in the general accounting principles that says when you recognize revenue over a period of time, like a pilot, you need to take it all in 1 year and then amortize that over 10 years. You're going to find all that through an auditor because you didn't, I sat with them this week. So that's the kind of thing we would discuss. It's going to be if we were a publicly traded company and you had to restate your earnings from last year, it would be a huge issue. But it's not for us. It's just a change in the accounting practice. Those would be the kind of things we talk about. That's all. So.
Who would like to be on the audit committee?
You can have the same people on both, by the way.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be.
I just like.
Because then we can meet at one time and get it all said and done. That's the kind of thing that,
I'll do that.
So Taylor,
I might suggest that our treasurer should be on that.
Okay.
Yeah, just, I mean, just to be
Hey,
honest,
look at the
with
two
you.
members.
Finance, we should have a treasurer on there.
Sure.
anybody else? Pete. Okay, so we've got audit and finance will be Taylor, Mike, and Pete. And I think you were on the finance committee before and the audit committee, so you've got a good background on those. All right, governance committee, Stan's not here, so we're gonna nominate Stan.
Yes.
I can-
That's what happens.
Well, you
Well,
can do
he's
that.
not
You can do that when you're the
chairman.
chairman, Andrew. You can do that when you're the chairman.
Yeah, I can do that one.
RC, and one more.
I'll do that one.
Okay,
Thank you,
Martha. All right,
I
So,
need a motion.
I need a motion to approve the audit and finance committee and governance committee consisting of Taylor Zeno, Mike Corey, Pete Raymond, and the governance committee consisting of Stan Poles, RC Woodford, and Martha Ryan.
So moved.
Need a second?
Quarter second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Carries unanimously. All right. Annual approval items. Resolved that the Cheyenne County IDA has approved the 2024 official newspaper, depository, legal counsel, executive directors as indicated below, effective March 20th, 2024. Official depository, MBT Bank. Official publication, The Evening Sun. Agency legal counsel, Matthew Wells, and executive director, Salvatore Testani. Need a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
I'll abstain. Okay.
Oh, that's right, Brian.
Carries.
Brian knows that, Brian
Yeah.
abstains. You're right. Thank you, Brian.
All right, resolution 24-4, the Cheyenne County IDA Board of Directors has reviewed and responded to the bylaws of the county's Shenango Industrial Development Agency effective 2024. I think I threw a couple 2020s in there that didn't belong. You got the bylaws in your packet, if you haven't reviewed them. Need a motion to approve.
Nothing's changed in the bylaws, obviously, so.
Need a motion to review and approve the bylaws 2024.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Carried unanimously.
Mission statement.
All right, resolution 2024-5, the approval of the authority of the mission statement and performance measure documents. The mission statement is as such. It is the mission of the Shenango County Industrial Development Agency to advance the health, prosperity, and welfare of the county citizens by helping to retain, create, attract business through appropriate investments and incentives. Need a motion to approve the mission statement and performance measurement documents.
Corey moves.
Need a second?
Second?
Any discussion? We'll vote. All those in favor? All those opposed? Carries. 2024-6 resolution. The Shenango County IDA Board of Directors has approved the bookkeeper to prepay vouchers if needed to meet due date prior to monthly board meetings. This is a little bit of a change. Prior, we resolved and approved the ability to pay certain items, utilities only, so that we weren't incurring late fees or things of that nature because, you know, we got it the day after a meeting and we weren't voting on it till next meeting. This will include all. We will still review, we'll still sign the voucher tickets. The only thing, the only difference is the checks will sometimes have left the building prior to us seeing them. So need a motion to approve?
So moved.
Need a second?
Second.
Second. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Carries unanimously. That's it.
Beautiful, thank you. Smooth as silk. I appreciate it. I will say this again, I said it before, I don't know if everybody heard me. This board operates very, very well, and I literally can't tell you how relieving that was in my first year here on this job. Having a board that functioned at a high level and not having to figure out what I should be doing right or wrong just to make it operate was important. And so I can't thank you guys enough. The county is better off because of this. I never even knew what an IDA was before. And in that same vein, the reason I say that, there's a spring IDA Academy coming up. It's fairly inexpensive. Homer Shenango would probably pay for any of the board members that wanted to go. It's $500. I would suggest you all have to get your own hotel room, but it's like it's worth going. Jen and I have taken it. It's a full training on what the IDA is, the purpose of it. And also, if any new board members or if you haven't taken it, it's the training that's required to be certified as an IDA board member. It's a 2-day thing. It gives you examples of how IDAs work, and it also talks a lot about why. If anybody's interested in it, reach out, let me know. But I'm by the Economic Development Council of New York State. They do a really nice job. I'll look it up for you, Pete. I'll send out. Bob, could you do me a favor? Could you send to the team I've got that in somewhere? We get them all the time. But the Spring Academy is coming up. I'm pretty sure it might be downstate. Last year, I think Jen and I went to the New Pulse. We went to it was at
Culinary Institute.
Culinary Institute, and they did a really nice job. If you could send that out to the IDA board, ask if anybody's interested. Again, I think we would pay, I would suggest, and I would go to Brian, the treasurer, I would suggest that we would pay for that training. Again, it makes more effective board members. There were a lot of people there from all over the state. It helped me. Okay, that's all I have. Thank you, guys. Now, I guess we're just regular business now.
Well, can I get a motion to adjourn? Oh, yeah, well,
Wait, annual report. That's one of the items under policy and bylaws review. Number C, the annual report. Or letter C.
Let's see, there's a-
Oh, yeah. This is not a resolution. I didn't
Yeah.
say it, sorry.
Yep. It's okay.
You need a motion to approve the 2023 annual report and performance goals.
So moved.
Need a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Smyrna spelled wrong.
I'll make that edit. I'll make that correction.
Oh, well. That's important.
Where?
Right under number 2.
Where? I guess I asked for that.
I'll make that correction.
Okay, looking for a second? All right, did I do a
Yep.
second?
Yep.
Okay, never mind. We'll vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Hearing none, carries unanimously. Sorry about that. Actually, we skipped 5.2, confidential evaluation of board performance. I had a chance to look this over real quick. I have one area of concern on it that seems to be that, so 4s and 5s are good to me, right? 3s are where you need work. 1s and 2s are definitely a focus area. Fortunately, there was no 1s or 2s in this on any of the categories, but there was one category where the majority was 3s, the overall majority. So, and it was, the board sets clear and measurable performance goals for the authority that contribute to accomplishing its mission. I'd like to move that bar, as I'm sure you all would, right? So there's obviously some concern there from the board. So I think we need to make that a focus area for 2024. If we could get that as a discussion item
On the very next meeting.
On the next meeting, that would be great.
That will help me, by the way, because again, I say this board operates very effectively, but I'm not always sure exactly what my responsibilities are to achieve success. If I was going to interview for this job like I would, I'd say, when I did, I said, how would I deem myself successful 6 months from now? And right now, how would we choose to be successful a year from now? Is that because we have more properties? I don't know. And it's hard for me to think of those. Someday I hope I'll be able to come in and suggest those, but I could use some help on that, collaborating on what our goals would be.
Good. All right, motion to adjourn the annual meeting.
So moved.
Any second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Hearing none, the annual meeting is now closed. Excuse me. Okay, perfect. All right. Quick question before we get started. During the annual meeting, we just kind of all voted at once instead of doing a roll call vote. I don't think we're required by law to do roll call vote. What would you guys prefer?
I'm fine with it.
With the,
I mean, it's such a small group.
all those in
favor?
favor instead of the roll call? Okay. All right, good. So I will call the March 28th, 2024, 8 a.m. meeting of the Shannon County IDA Board of Directors to order. I guess we'll still roll call ourselves in. So that,
Ryan here. Zeno here.
Corey,
Woodford here.
Burton here. I'll waive the reading of the IDA mission statement since I just did it. Need a motion to accept the February 21st, 2024 regular meeting minutes.
So moved.
Need a second?
Yeah.
Corey seconds.
Okay, Corey seconds. Any discussion, corrections, or omissions? Hearing none, we'll vote. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstention?
Two abstentions. You still got a quorum.
Yeah, but, so we got 3 abstentions, right?
Three.
Oh, you got four, I thought you had.
Those minutes will have to carry until the next meeting.
Okay.
Why, there's not four, Brian?
Nope,
No.
it's Mike, RC, and me. are the
Oh,
only
Pete
ones
wasn't here.
that-
Okay.
Pete wasn't here.
I got you. Okay, I apologize.
Martha, it says
Well,
Martha.
was here.
Martha, were you here?
Well, I was
Yes.
here through,
Yeah.
so it's okay,
Yes.
okay, so I left early that day.
Yeah, you were here
Yes.
for a good part.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll revote. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Abstentions?
Here.
Okay, so we have 2 abstentions, and then it was a 4-0 vote. Okay, good, thank you. Bills and invoices, nothing out of the ordinary, except for the Broome County IDA, the $5,000 to,
Sign up for the Newmont Group. It's a group of 8 Southern Tier IDAs that have joined together to try to figure out how to better position ourselves to take advantage of the clean tech investment. So the idea is there's a consulting group down there that charged several hundred thousands of dollars, but the larger IDAs, primarily Binghamton and Broome County and Steuben County, put the majority of the money in. But they wanted everybody to have a little skin in the game, so everybody felt like they were represented. We've met now initially as a group, and again, it's hoping to have more gravity as a group of IDAs with the state as we try to leverage this stuff. So we're gonna try to learn from it the best we can. That was the expense.
And is it primarily green energy? I mean, what's the goal
The
here?
clean, Michael, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't understand it all, but Binghamton, along with 2 other places in the state, were named clean tech hubs. And what that means is Binghamton University in particular is going to lead the charge in researching and developing capacity for this green energy solution. So battery storage, battery development, battery capacity, whatever those things are. Now, that's the extent of my knowledge, is that these companies are gonna be down there. Like Shane can help me if I'm missing something on it.
It's called New Energy New York.
Whatever, however you might be able to produce clean energy, Mike, there's $80 billion worth of investment that's gonna occur in the southern tier. That can't all fit in the southern tier. So we're thinking, my thought along these lines is the same as I think of Micron. We need to position ourselves to catch those people that want to supply the major players in those areas. And that's what we're trying to figure out. How do I do that? And honestly, the bigger counties, Stacy Duncan in particular, who's kind of the lead for this from the agency, and their group is set up very much like ours, IDA, DC, Local Development Corporation, Chamber of Commerce, and a foundation. So she's a pretty good benchmark. And what she has been very helpful is trying to figure out and say, okay, Shenango County has a lot of land. So with a lot of land and vacant properties, there'll be different options for people that are looking for greenfield versus what Binghamton has, which is a lot of buildings and a lot of warehouses and things like that. So joining together, we have a stronger chance of attracting businesses is what we're thinking. We'll let you know. It's a fairly small investment. The larger ones put up $25,000 to $50,000 per agency. So it was an expensive group. It's called the Newmark Group. I'll keep you updated as we need.
Good. Motion to approve bills and invoices.
So, second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Hearing none, carries unanimously.
And I don't know, Brian, if it matters, I probably should have said it. Kathy Jo, are we splitting that check amongst the three, or did we say how? Because all three board presidents, Commerce, DCC, and the IDA approved that investment. If it was-
Right, we were gonna ask Brian.
Yeah, that's what we're going to say. But how are you, if there's a need to do that, Luke and Mike both said, if any of the board didn't want to approve it, we're all willing to share that expense, because it's kind of the mission of all of us, right? So I think it should be split between the DCC and the IDA. Their primary mission is economic development. Their goals and objectives are almost the same if you look through them. To me, I would split that amongst the two, but that's an accounting thing. I don't think you have to vote on that, do you? Or maybe I'm making a mistake.
Well, yeah, because then we'd only be paying $2,500.
Right, but, DCC would reimburse IDA for half of it.
Okay, so we pay the
Yeah.
You pay the $5, and I'll ask Mike Flanagan to reimburse them at the DCC meeting, okay? If there's either way, we should be doing this. It's an IDA group that I
Yeah,
think,
they're willing to put in $2,500. Yeah,
I think they are.
yeah, that's a no-brainer.
I think so too.
Okay, great. I don't think we need a vote on that.
I don't think so. I just
If
wanted
they
to make
don't
sure.
want to pay it, we're still going to pay it.
Exactly, exactly. Now I had the conversation with you. If they don't do it, the IDA should join. It's all IDAs that have joined it, but we're set up a little differently, so I think we can share the expenses.
Sounds good. Need the statement of financial position as of February 29th, 2024. Kathy Jump.
Okay, so page one, a statement of financial position, accounts receivable, I won't be having that adjusted until the audit is complete, when they give me the journal entries to adjust everything. Net activity for February is 35,000. Page two of the age receivables, Puckett Solar payment did come through this month. The other ones, I'll have to send out past due invoices. Except for the Cascoon one, that one is going to be a journal entry from the auditors.
Yeah, I don't know, Kathy Jo, Brian, Mike, I don't know if we have to wait to approve these, because they did mention having to restate the earnings when we met with them. So I don't know.
Right, so
with
that'll be an
2023,
approval with the
That happens
auditors.
Once it happens,
Yes,
okay, good
yep.
enough.
Yeah, if it's not something like that, it's depreciation.
It's not, okay, that's
Something
what I
Right.
looked
Yeah.
Page three is age payables, which those are the checks that you approved. Page four, statement of activities, the interest income for the month was 4,200. So year to date, we've received 8,800 with the money market and the IntraFi account. And then, also the bank fees, we got reimbursed for the $10 monthly fee for the IntraFi account. So that's why there's a negative balance,
I can explain that.
okay?
So municipal accounts automatically come with a $10 fee. The IntraFi account that we set up at the bank for that is a pass-through. So we have to, at the bank, at the branch level, they have to do paperwork to get that fee waived, because otherwise it automatically defaults. I won't lie, it gets forgotten quite often because it's a secondary thing that they don't think about. So that's.
Yep, that's
why
okay, they
it happens.
reversed all the fees, so
Yeah.
we got those back. So we shouldn't see another $10 monthly fee.
Should not.
So, and then net profit year to date is 35,000.
We're getting that profit already. All right, need a motion to accept the financials of February 29th.
So moved.
Yep. Any discussions? Hearing none, we'll vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Hearing none, carries unanimously. Executive Director report. Sal, you're up.
I'll defer that until we go into executive session. I'm going to ask to go into executive session. And I'll do that.
Great. Pilot updates, Norbert Solar.
No update as of yet. We sent them the application. They asked to be a part of this meeting. However, when I went to double check that with them, I haven't received a response back from them yet. So,
All right, Bainbridge Solar?
that one, the lawyers did come back. They asked questions of our legal team. So at this moment, the Bonchonic and King and Bainbridge Solar team are working together to finalize documentation.
Some confusion on who was supposed to draft what, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. So there was emails going back and forth. Bainbridge, so their side of it was thinking this was all approved by the IDA and it was moving forward. So I don't know where this is broken down someplace.
Okay, good.
Try to get back on track.
Well, it was at a standstill for a little while, too.
It was, yes. I know Bainbridge, and I spoke to Phil Wade. They were trying to rework. There were some issues with NICEAG, and they were trying to rework that. I'm not sure if that work has been completed or if they've come to a conclusion with that. But I believe, like Sale said, we had drafted the inducement agreement, approved all of that, and then it was communicated to the project sponsor, which was not communicated to their legal team. So that's where the gap.
Good. All right, new business?
Right now, there's none that we're gonna think. We got the O'Reillys that wanna come in with a pilot, we stalled that. You heard the original one, so we'll wait on any other new business till next month.
We do have a need to go into executive session.
We want to talk about contracts with the railroad.
Okay, contract negotiation, so need a motion to go into executive session and talk about contract
Before we do
negotiation.
that, Nate, can I just ask a question about Smyrna's solar project? Have you had any
No.
communication with them?
I've reached out probably 5 times to get that estimate on the decommissioning, and it's been complete radio
Who
silence.
we reached out to.
The project sponsor on the
Send me the
application.
next email that you send to them, all right? I'll reach out to you,
Yep,
okay? Because I didn't know you
I
were
was,
reaching out.
the
I didn't know you
IDA,
were waiting, so.
the IDA asked to stop reaching out after a couple of times because we weren't receiving a response, so I haven't
Who
reached
asked
out.
you to stop reaching out?
We met 3 months ago, and they said it's not profitable to
Who Jenna told you that?
the IDA.
This group told you to
Yes,
stop
yes.
reaching out to them? Okay.
Yes, we were,
Okay.
there was no point in continuing to reach out. They were not responsive at that
Okay.
point in time.
So do we need to go to them or not? That's-
I don't have it, I don't see a need other than, I think they've got some internal things they've got to work out, so
Okay,
I don't mind laying low.
that's what I want to figure out who's doing what.
Yeah, I would defer to Mike's recommendation on this since he's.
Yeah, I think
closest
there's
to
some,
it.
there are some complications behind the scene which are operational as well, so between that and the administrative part of the decommissioning.
Okay.
There's a lot there, we can hold off.
Whatever
I
you
just
want.
wanted to make sure,
We did reach
if
out
something,
several
there was
times.
communication, I have to report that.
There
to
has
our
not
board.
been any communication. No.
Thanks.
Yep, no problem.
Good enough. Good job, Mike. Thanks. Any other new business? Anybody got anything? No? Okay. Need a motion to go into executive session for contract negotiation.
So moved.
Need a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Carries unanimously. We do not expect to take action upon leaving executive session.
Jeff, you can stay as the head of the county board of supervisors, as can our team. Kathy Jo, you don't need to, both Jen